What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter von Panda here. I know you like to clean up your place, and the Magic Eraser is a great product. I've used them for a long time for kind of cleaning up things. But I wanted to try out a cheap alternative. So I picked this up on Amazon. It was the cheapest that I could find. And as we can see here, we've got some small blocks. And let's see. They're called Magic Cleaning Sponges, and it's a 10-pack, and it was less than $1 a pad. Now, if you know the Mr. Clean Magic Erasers, they're pretty expensive. And so, one of the things that I wanted to see is, like, does the generic alternative stack up, right? Does it do a pretty good job? And so, I thought maybe we would give it a shot here and just try it out and see how it does, particularly compared to this one, which is a variety pack. So, I'll use a similar Magic Eraser from this pack, one of these here, one of these blank ones. But pretty much all you do is you just get it wet. I will show you that kind of the first thing I will notice is that the generic one is thicker, but it's also narrower, and you do get a little bit of a variety here. Some are different shapes, and it does have this little like quilted pattern on the side and some curved edges, which probably do nothing. I'm not going to compare it to the ones that have a little bit more of a kind of mismatched foam. So let's go ahead and get these wet and see what they do. Alright, finding something dirty that's going to be a good test is not always the easiest thing in the world. I do have like some coffee stains on this white table here. It's a plastic table. I use it for outdoors. It's a folding table. So I thought I'd give it a try. Maybe kind of clean this half with one and this half with the other. I've gone ahead and wet the edge. You can kind of see how it's wet on both of the Magic Sponge, or the Mr. Clean, and then the generic one here. So let's go ahead and give the Mr. Clean one a try first. Now I'm just going to use some pressure here, and that seems to, within a few strokes, get it pretty clean. No problems. And I like the fact that it has a little, texture that it kind of scrubs into it. Alright, so that works just fine. And here's the Magic Sponge cleaning eraser that's generic, and just a couple of swipes, that thing cleaned it up perfectly too. So again, probably not the best comparison ever, but if we can find something a little dirtier. Alright, so it took me a while, but I hunted down this gross tile. This thing gets really wet, and it's got some scum and whatnot on it. So here we will take the Magic Eraser, and I'm just going to try it kind of on this half. And this is like rust or something like that, and it seems to be cleaning it up pretty well. I don't know exactly what this tile is supposed to look like underneath it, but it should be kind of blue, and kind of definitely getting that top layer off. And you probably need something a little stronger to maybe clean this up as well as you should, but Magic Eraser does a pretty nice job, the Mr. Clean one, and you can see here all that rust that's coming up. Now, let's take the generic one and try the same thing, and I'd say it does an equally good job, and I will say that it does it for a fraction of the price, and there we go. Pulls off just as much stuff, so pretty impressed, for something that's literally a quarter of the cost of the Mr. Clean brand. I'm pretty happy with these. I'll definitely be picking up more of them. I'll put a link to them in the description. Peter von Panda out.